Sulieman Carrim and Brown Mogotsi have just been exposed as absolute criminals, and their dark ANC links to the multi-million rand Medicare scandal have just violently collapsed on live television. The untouchable cartel is finally turning on each other. Vusimuzi cat Matlala just took the stand at the Madlanga Commission and dragged this entire political syndicate straight into the light. Matlala confessed he took a massive loan from Carrim to fund his company, money he admitted he never paid back. But when the name Brown Mogotsi was dropped, the courtroom went ice cold. Matlala confessed his absolute hatred for Mogotsi, exposing how they mysteriously connected right in the middle of a SAPS raid on his home. But here is where the absolute panic set in. When asked point blank if he was threatened or bribed to give false testimony, Matlala completely froze. Terrified of incriminating himself, he invoked his right to silence. The panic was so extreme that his own lawyer tried to illegally answer for him, forcing a furious Commissioner Sesi Baloyi to step in and shut the lawyer down on the spot. And the ultimate cover-up, when pressed about the highly suspicious Impala delivery to Shadrach Sibia, Matlala flat out refused to speak, knowing a secret audio recording of the deal is already under severe criminal investigation. While the establishment tries to bury this massive scandal, we expose the raw truth. If you want these corrupt cartels and their political links crushed, drop a comment right now saying, Votsek ANC criminal cartel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video everywhere before they try to silence this. Let's dive straight into the courtroom to watch these men sweat. Jabulani, roll the tape.
We are now in the, not yours, paragraph 2.3.5 of the regulation 10.6, if you could turn your attention to that. That paragraph is at page 4. That paragraph requested you to speak to your appearance at the ad hoc committee, that's a parliamentary ad hoc committee, and whether you were induced or threatened or influenced to give false evidence, including the details of anyone who may have induced or threatened you to give false testimony. When that happened, how and for what purpose was the false testimony requested of you? That is the request that was put to you. That's one of the issues you have not addressed in your statement. Are you able to indicate why that is?
Yeah, this is one of the things that will be in our supplementary affidavit.
Yeah, the first question was why it's not addressed in this statement.
Is because also of the recordings that I came across the recordings after I've made this affidavit. So in the recordings, there are people that are mentioned here which have been mentioned in the ad hoc committee. So I will do that in the supplementary affidavit.
Now, if I might just understand that answer. So the recordings have made reference to people who were referred to in the ad hoc committee, so you are not in a position to indicate whether you were in any way induced, threatened, or influenced to give false testimony. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I cannot comment on that now because I do not want to give. I do not want to end up incriminating myself by way of perjury. Hence, I'm saying I need to go back and make my supplementary affidavit in regard of this 2.3.5.
So you, if I understood you, understand it correctly, and I might not, you don't know whether you were in any manner induced, threatened, or influenced to give false testimony. You don't know that.
Chairperson, again, he's invoking his right against self-incrimination on this point, and inherent in that, my learned friend can read where this issue is going. If you lie under oath, you commit perjury, as simple as that. The client has said, I invoke my right to self-incrimination, and I think that should at this point be the end of it. We will make a supplementary affidavit and deal with these issues so that you can exercise your discretion or deal with it on a legal basis, having the benefit of factual submissions made to you.
Chair, with respect, I think, if I may, this fear of self-incrimination has got limits in law and in life. The question is simple. Were you induced or threatened to give false information? That's all. It's not whether you did give false information, because only then does the issue of perjury arise. It's very simple. Were you induced, threatened, or influenced? No recording is going to answer that question for him. It's a factual issue that only he can speak to. And I don't see how the issue of self-incrimination arises in respect to whether or not he was a victim of influence, inducement, or threats. Thank you.
Chairperson, the moment you answer that as an example in the positive, a number of questions flow from there. So that is simply put my answer to that.
Like?
Yeah, I think there must be a difference between an answer to the question, why did you not address 2.36? Because he didn't address it. We're talking about his affidavit, not your legal opinion on why it should not be addressed. The question is, you filed an affidavit in answer to questions. There's 2.36. You did not answer that question. The witness is completely competent and must answer that question, why he did not address it. You can argue later on, but what you're doing now is you're giving answers that the witness should give, and that's improper. It's improper. That's what you've just done now. And I would urge that you allow the witness to speak to answer a factual question. It's a fact. This can only be a factual answer to the question, why did you not answer? If he wants to say, because my lawyer advised me not to, or speak to my lawyer, that's his answer to the question. Then we know why he did not answer it. But what you've just done now is improper. You're answering questions, and you can't argue past it. You're answering questions on behalf of a witness, and that's improper.
Commissioner, you've now 3 times said that I acted improper. The intention was not to act improper. The intention was to bring to your attention that this is an issue that's got a legal basis in it. But I understand what you're saying, and the witness can answer the question.
Well, you've answered it already. Ms. Silo, do you want to ask the question again? Maybe you'll say it differently.
I think it's pointless asking the question again. If Mr. Matlala is an attentive listener, he would know what to say. And I agree with you, Commissioner Baloyi, because I think Mr. Matlala, we should remind ourselves that Mr. Matlala says at his paragraph 4, and I quote, where I make submissions of law, I do so on the advice of my legal representatives, which advice I verily believe to be correct. And that's what always happens in the drafting of affidavits. The witness will speak to matters of law on the advice of his legal representatives. And in this instance, Mr. Matlala has warned us that that is possible, and he may do so. And this is one such occasion. If a proper response to the question at 2.3.6 includes issues of law that he must traverse, he will do so in the statement, and we know that he does so not because he's a lawyer or claiming to understand matters of law, but that he's acting on the advice given to him by his legal counsel. So it really would just be go through the motions to repose the question. So if I may,
I can confirm that I came to know of Mr. Brown Mogotsi when he called me at the time that the SAPS had raided my house. Prior to this incident, I had no dealings with Brown Mogotsi. Brown Mogotsi impersonated to me that he was from the office of the Minister of Police, and it will appear that he was using this strategy to entice me into giving him financial assistance.
now, then you say prior to this incident, you had no dealings with Mr. Brown Mogotsi. I'm reading your second sentence. Did you know him prior to him making this call to you?
No.
So with that statement that you had no prior dealings with him, it includes the fact that you didn't know him?
Yes, I've never, yes.
You had never met him before?
No.
You had never had any communication with him?
No.
Now, the raid at your house, if I understand it correctly, was the 6th of December 2024.
Yes.
So that is the operative date. And you indicate here that he called you at the time that SAPS raided your house.
Not the day, I think I'll say, the raid was on Friday, I remember.
Yes.
He called me, I think, on Sunday, 2 days after, yes.
So when you say at the time, you mean within a period around the date of the raid itself. And this, you are receiving a call cold from somebody you don't know, you've never heard of before?
Yes.
And is there anything specific about this call that you think might be of relevance to the commission? Why are you putting it as a marker for a time frame?
Yes, he called and then he said to me, he's calling from the office of the minister.
Okay.
And then he's here to help me to open the case against the police.
Okay.
So I will say this, let me just go back and say why was he saying this? Because the following day, on Saturday after the raid, I was not sure whether those people are the police or not because they were wearing balaclavas. And then they took my cell phones and my company firearms and my personal firearm. So I thought I was robbed. So I went to the police station the following day.
Just ask so the raid is on the 6th of December, if I recall,
Yes.
in 2024. This was for the January 2025 ANC celebration.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Which is the 8th of January.
Yes.
So within that month, you gave him this 150,000.
Yes.
Okay. 2, when...
Sorry, and I also paid for the flight tickets. I didn't mention that.
Okay, so you paid more than 150,000 in that month. And then 2, when you say that former Minister Cele said to you, give him the money, now that he's asking, give him the money, then maybe it will lead us to the minister. To what? What exactly were you discussing that he will lead you to discover? Exactly.
This is according to Mr. Cele. He said to me, Mr. Senzo wants to fire General Kumalo and hire General and replace him with General Khan to that position of crime intelligence. So, and then, yes, he said, yeah, that's what I can remember on top of my head.
But he was hoping it would lead you to,
Yes.
to that
But,
plan.
Commissioner, I will do this, so I will just, because I'll make a supplementary affidavit, so I will just have to put it in details, even this statement, so that I
No,
can...
that's fine. I'm happy that you deal with it further in your supplementary. Thank you.
Did you ever get to meet Mr. Brown Mogotsi? Because in your statement you mentioned the phone calls. Did you ever get to meet him and under what circumstances?
Yes, I met him.
When? And under what circumstances?
After the first call that he made, after the call, I met him in Sheraton Hotel next to the Union Buildings.
Yes.
Discussing that he will investigate this thing. It's from the minister's office. He even made a call in front of me, pretending to call the minister, or whether it was the minister, that I cannot confirm. So yes, I will say I met him.
Was it once?
I also met him in the other hotel in Johannesburg. I met him twice, the hotel in Johannesburg, the Houghton Hotel.
Did he assist you to open a case against the police?
He actually tried because he connected me with some, I just forgot the name, in somewhere in Soweto, in Pretoria.
Protea
North. But that case was never registered.
Was he there when you went to
He was
Protea
not
in
there.
Soweto?
He was not there.
He just connected you with
Yes.
somebody who was there?
Yes.
Okay.
And if I may just follow up on that, who did he connect you with at Protea police station to open a case?
I don't know his name. But what I know is he said that guy, he was from crime intelligence, but I don't know his name.
Did he appreciate or did he advise on the nature of a case you must open?
Can you please repeat that?
Did he advise on what kind of case you must open at Protea, or did he appreciate from your perspective what case you wanted to open? I mean, I'm trying to understand the extent of your conversation.
Yes, I wanted to open a case of harassment. Yeah.
And he understood that you wanted to open a
Yes.
harassment case. You had
Yes.
told him. Okay.
Sorry, Commissioner. because I think I'm leaving other facts behind.
Yes.
Because you'll end up asking me about why didn't you say this, so I don't know whether I need to go back or whenever you...
No, please, this is your moment, go ahead.
Okay, because on the second raid, when they came to my house looking for the spare key of the house, he's the one also who said I must open a case in IPID.
Okay.
Yes, and then also the way he was pushing me to open a case in IPID, I figured that this guy and whoever is working with, they are really fighting with these people from the PKTT, and I'm being used as a tool to fight that unit.
And did you then follow up with laying a charge with IPID?
No, I sent him a message. I said to him, because he said my wife was assaulted and then I must, but in IPID they wanted J88. I said to him, no, my wife does not want to do that. So then I did not do it anyway.
A related question, if I hadn't asked it, when did you get to know Mr. Carrim? Were you introduced or you just bumped into each other within the security sector because you both played in that space?
Yeah, we just bumped into each other.
When was that?
Maybe during, I'll say from maybe 2020.
2020. And as I understand it, and I speak under correction, Mr. Carrim is from the Northwest.
Yes.
Does he provide his services out here in Gauteng, or alternatively, do you provide your services out in Northwest? I'm trying to see where you bumped into each other to get
Yes,
to know
he's
each
from
other.
Northwest, but he stays in Sandton.
Oh, so he operates his security businesses here in the Gauteng area?
I don't know where he operates his business.
So where would you have bumped into each other?
I said he used to visit Mr. Msibi.
Oh, yes, okay. Thank you. And you met him in 2019, you said?
I'm saying maybe 2020, 2021.
19 to 21, thereabout? Okay.
Between a bit, yeah.
All right.
Mr. Matlala, I may have misunderstood your answer in the light of this discussion with Ms. Sidlo. I have you in answer to me, and I may be wrong, I may have misunderstood. I have you saying you met him at Mr. Msibi, and because he was in the security industry, you ended up having discussions, and that's how over time you became close.
Yes,
Is that
that's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mr.
Thank you. To speak to the nature and extent of your relationship with Mr. Stephen Mutsumi, you deal with that at paragraph 19, so if you could read that.
I can confirm that I know Mr. Mutsumi and that I have done a commercial transaction with him wherein his company had lent me an advance, one of my companies, an amount of 5 million rands.
Now, it's 5 million, right?
Yes, 5 million,
Okay.
yes.
When was this? When was this loan extended?
When was when?
When was this when you say he lent and advanced one of your companies an amount of 5 million?
I think it was 2024, the end of 2024.
And do you have, was this on a basis of a written agreement or just an oral agreement?
Yes, it's a written agreement.
A written agreement?
Yes.
Are you able to provide a copy?
Yes, I will.
And which, you say one of your businesses, which business was this?
It's Medicare.
Medicare?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you say you have done a commercial transaction where you say he had lent in advance, so the 5 million was duly paid over to Medicare?
Yes.
Thank you. Now
Can I just ask?
Yes.
Sorry, Mr. Is this the only kind of relationship that you've had with Mr. Mutsumi?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And in fact, that is where I was leading to, so you confirm that he's not your friend?
No.
Okay. Do you have any other personal relationship with him besides commercial transactions?
No, I don't have.
How did you come to ask for a loan from him?
Why or how?
How?
I called him and asked for money.
Sorry?
I called him and I asked for money.
No. I'm not asking by what means, Mr. Matlala. For example, I would not call Mr. Mutsumi and say, please loan me or my company 5 million rand. So you are not answering my question. I'm not asking by what means, which is by means of a telephone call to him. That's not what I'm asking.
For me, Chairperson, to answer that question, I think if you say why I ask the money, then I will be able to answer. But how, I don't understand.
The why is probably so as to get money from him for whatever purpose.
Yes.
But why him? How did you come to choose him to get a loan from him? So I'm still asking how. And I'm insisting on an answer, please.
He's a businessman, and then I know that.
Did you know him? Did you know him before?
Yes.
How did you know him?
Through Mr. Msibi.
So you approached him because you happen to know him?
Yes, I know him, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer mean that you socially knew him, you interacted with him?
Yes, I did.
Before you asked him for a loan?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
As a matter of interest now, seeing as you are not that close to him, you socially interacted with him, and as the chair asks, because I'm sure if I were to approach him for a 5 million rand loan, he's unlikely to grant me. My question is, did you have to put up a security for that loan?
No,
or
I didn't.
he took you on your word and it wasn't by faith?
Yes.
So you didn't secure that, he didn't secure that loan at all, repayment of that loan?
No.
He trusted you that you will repay it?
Yes, and I did.
Okay.
And CAT VIP services did not provide any security services to him or any of his business entities.
He also has a security company.
He also has a security company.
Yes.
So is that how you know him, that he's in the security business?
No, I know him because he used to visit Mr. Msibi a lot. Him and Mr. Msibi were very close friends.
And you came to know him because at one point you were all at Mr. Msibi's place?
Yes, more than one occasion, yes.
Thank you, Commissioner.
And there you are as well. Mr. Matlala, meet Mr. Julius Mkwanazi. So what Ms. Silva, as I understand it, wants to know is, and then you've not reached the point where you are friends. All you've said is you were introduced.
Indeed, thank you, Chair.
Yeah, I've been introduced by Mike van Wyk, and I think because of the security business side, that's why we ended up being close. Because at that time is when there was I think Mike van Wyk told him about my security business and stuff, and then he at some point asked me if I can help them with they needed extra security backup for the state of the city address. So I did that, but it was not something which was a tender or there was no any financial gain. So I did that, yes. So, and going further, I will say from time to time after that, now we will call each other now and then. So we end up being close because of now we call each other now and then we speak and then we meet. So I do not know how to actually elaborate this to, I don't know.
Okay, is it
The thing, sorry,
please go ahead.
Chairperson, the thing is, I do not want to go to a point where now I end up going to the things which I know now he's been charged with, and then some of those things I'm also my name has also been mentioned. So I'm not just leaving some of why I am not going deep into the depth of our relationship, because some of the things, yes, I might say them, but unfortunately for now, I just want to know first what is happening with this criminal matter.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's where Ms. Silo wanted to push you. Point is, I've been introduced to countless people in my lifetime. Not all of them have become my friends. So all you had mentioned at the point Ms. Silo wanted you to go further was that you were introduced. So Ms. Silo wanted to get an idea of how you became friends. Not that, at least not at that point.
Indeed.
She was pushing you to get into any possible criminality. I'm not saying you were involved in any, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just mentioning it because you got to a point where you sought to assert the privilege. I'm just explaining.
Thanks, Chairperson.
Suspect, I think you used the language, you suspect you will be added as an accused. Have you been informed by any law enforcement person that you are a suspect relating to any of these issues that arise here?
What I know is I heard that my name has been mentioned, and also the Speaker of SAPS, after their court appearance, mentioned my name. So I do not know the extent of the investigation. So I do not know whether I will be added as an accused person or not.
Yes. So apart from your name was mentioned in the way that you say, you don't know that you are being treated at this point as a suspect because no one has come to you to speak to you?
I do not know that.
No one has come to speak to
Yes.
you about this. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Perhaps let's try to break it down, Ms. Solo. Do you have any relationship with the EMPD? If so, what is its nature?
The EMPD or EMPD official?
That's the second part. That's the second part. It says including individuals. So as part of me breaking this down, I thought I should just take EMPD. But if you want to deal with both, fine. So if you do have a relationship with EMPD officials, do you have such a relationship? What is its nature? So I chose to break it down by referring only to the EMPD. But maybe let me broaden it and say with the EMPD and or including its employees. If so, what's the nature of that relationship?
Not the EMPD, but the EMPD official, yes, I do have a relationship.
And what's the nature and who's the official or who are the officials?
It's only one official. His name is Julius Mukanazi.
And what's the nature of that relationship?
I will say he's a friend.
Do you want to take it from there, Mr. Silo?
If it is this, perhaps I will. Can you speak more about this friendship and to indicate the nature of this friendship and whether it involves his role as a commissioner within EMPD?
Can you please repeat that question?
You say you have a friendship with Commissioner Julius Mkwanazi of EMPD.
Yes.
You called him a friend.
Yes.
And I'm inviting you to speak more about this friendship, and in so doing to indicate whether or not that friendship involves his role as a commissioner within EMPD.
Okay, I know Julius Mkwanazi through one of my business associates. So he's been coming to one of our clinics a lot, and then to a point where I ended up meeting him through one of my business associates.
And who is this business associate, if you may help us?
It's Mr. Mike van Wyk.
Please proceed.